2K24 comes out next week. They've already made a ton of mistakes that they're trying to patch. The dribbling community is most definitely not happy. People are already saying it's 2K23.2. We finally got the park trailer, so we know what next gen is going to look like. We know some new features that are coming out and other park-specific gameplay animations, and most importantly, we have the new affiliate system that's kind of explained, but not really. So before I get into all the news that no one is really talking about, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about that no one's really seemed to mention is that it seems like they have a bunch of new park-specific gameplay moves, as you can see in the trailer. We've only seen a few of them. You can see we have the taunt, where he puts the ball out of in front of him, and if you don't remember, Wang posted a tweet a while ago when he had one of his little taunts that he had, and these are in-game emotes. They're not park size-ups, but my conclusion from looking at past gameplay where we had park size-ups and the limited information that we have about these 2K24 park-specific taunts is that they kind of are going to operate the same. They just necessarily won't be as fancy. But then we also have other drill moves, like them bringing back actual nutmegs where you nutmeg the other player, which they will bring back from a previous 2K, I believe it was 2K19. But something brand new is that we have fake passes, as seen here. God knows how you're going to be able to do them. God knows how effective they are, but it could be something cool. The next thing I want to talk about is something that a lot of people seem to have questions on. Swante said they'd offer a reward for the first people that will find out what these courts are. And as you can see, they're like these big 3v3 courts. They look really cool, and they have like a crowd of AI people around them. Now, at first, I was thinking this could possibly be a matchmaking thing, but if you look at the in-depth video of the new affiliate system, at the end, Chris Manning does say that these are part of the new street ball quests. So My Career is going to have like two kind of storylines. I think they've tried to do this in the past, maybe last year, but who plays My Career, so who really cares? But you have like your street ball missions, and then you have like your actual NBA My Career. And so these are all part of the street ball missions. And if you're losing, you're not turning up, then everyone swarms the court or something. I have no clue. It seems a bit trivial. Well, I'm guessing you just play a bunch of street ball in these types of courts, and then eventually you get to harder and harder the games. There's bosses and stuff. And there's going to be 7 takeover items that you can unlock. I don't know what these takeover items are going to be, but hopefully they're not too OP, because I really don't want to have to grind this street ball My Career just to be effective in the park. And talking about My Career in offline game mode, they also seem to have a new level system for My Career, where it says you'll climb from the GOAT next tier to the GOAT tier. So it looks like they're having a rookie to legend type grind for My Career, which is kind of cool, I guess. I won't be playing it, but for the My Career heads, it's something interesting. Now, something I'm sure you've all heard of, so I won't talk about it for too long, is affiliations. Because obviously back in 2K24, they made it 2 different parks, Rise and Elite, where Rise players will receive a boost to their playmaking and finishing, and then Elite players will receive a boost to their shooting and defense. And I was listening to a space with LD2K in it, and they were asking him if these boosts will transfer over to My Career, Pro-Am, and Rec, and he says he couldn't answer. So we're gonna have to find that out when the game comes out, I guess. We also have no clue if these will affect the animations that you're gonna be able to get. And once again, we won't have a clue until the game comes out. And this really sucks, because that means when we're creating our first build, we won't know if the boost that you get from being in your affiliation will affect ability to get new animations. Because if you get a +5 playmaking boost and that can affect the badges and or animations that you're able to equip, then you could put your ball handling to a 94, and you know, the higher the attribute gets, the more expensive it gets. So that could potentially make a big difference in your build if that is the case. But for balance's sake, I'm gonna assume, and I would recommend for you guys to assume, that that is not the case. The other bonus of only having 2 parks is that the community will be less spread out, and there's only gonna be 2 places, and now we have double the amount of people. So hopefully it's not gonna be like 2K23, where if you're in Australia, there's only 1 park that ever has anyone in it. Hopefully this year both parks are going to be full. Now, there's an all-new starting 5 building, and 2K says, making its debut in NBA 2K24, starting 5 is an online 1v1 head-to-head mode where you'll be challenging others using a team made up of your own My Player and other NBA players. Each game you choose a team and slot yourself into the starting lineup alongside some of the NBA's biggest names. The style of play feels like a standard My Career game, but allows you to play online and get in the game quickly by yourself. Now, obviously, it's always cool to add new game modes, but the biggest question about this game mode, will it count towards your park rep? Because if it does, that's like a great game mode for people that just, if you don't have a squad on, you don't want to hurt your win percentage, and you just want to grind some XP, you can just hop on this and 1v1 other people. That's pretty cool. Only problem is, it says it seems like a My Career style game mode, so it's not like a 3v3 thing or anything. It's a full 5v5, and you're playing with 4 other bots. So I don't know how I feel about that, playing with 4 other bots. Like, especially against someone else online, it can be so frustrating if they're just not guarding the other guy properly. If you can AI cheese, that's going to be a big problem. Or if your AI is just running around and you can't really control them properly, all those things are going to be a problem. But I guess we'll have to find out when the game comes out. But that could be a cool mode. We also have this other building called the Art of Shooting. I'm guessing it's some sort of facility building, but if they have different kinds of buildings to maybe get different perks, like temporary boost, just like how we have the Gatorade facility to get extra stamina, these other facilities could give you potentially +3 shooting. Who knows? I'm making things up, but they made a point to put the big sign in the trailer, so hopefully it's something interesting. And last but not least, the last thing I want to talk about is the dribbling. We're getting a bunch of gameplay coming out from Community Day, and the dribblers are not impressed, okay? Steezo is saying 2K23.2. No one there was really good at dribbling, so he was saying it's hard to really determine if the dribbling is going to be good because he wasn't able to see the animations that he wanted to see. But from what he did see, some of the escapes and stuff that were in this year is still there. There was a little clip of someone doing a walk back, or the AI doing a walk back, and 2K said they're patching that. So it seems like they're really trying to nerf the dribblers again this year. They keep slowing down the gameplay. There was this thing where Giannis was like speed boosting around the court and looking super glitchy, and then apparently that wasn't his right dribble seek. Apparently he had Damian Lillard dribble seek on, even though that did not look like the Damian dribble seek that we saw from his actual gameplay. So there's a lot of weird glitchy things going on with 2K already, which probably isn't a great sign. The other thing to remember is that even though the gameplay does look slow, you gotta remember that they don't really have the best dribble style. Like, apparently everyone is slow in 2K23 unless you have Michael Jordan dribble style on. And obviously Kyrie Irving isn't Michael Jordan, so he's not running around with Michael Jordan dribble style. So we really just don't have to find out how the dribbling really is once the game actually comes out. But from these couple other clips I saw, the defense does look really OP. As you can see, this little steal with Caruso. Right stick, Reaper, and glove both stack, and it seemed almost like the ball handler like glitched the ball from one side or the other for Caruso to steal it when he reached. So that's not necessarily the best thing for ball handlers, but it does kind of show that defense is going to be OP, and I'm going to make a lock first off anyway. So I guess it's good for me, but it's not necessarily good for overall gameplay. But yeah, the gameplay that comes out just really isn't that impressive. In my opinion, to be honest, it looks a lot like 2K23. I think I have my expectations a little bit too high because we're hearing all this hype about pro play, and I thought everything was going to be completely reworked. But that just doesn't seem the case. Some people were saying that it feels like live, and I actually called that in one of my previous videos. I don't know which video it was. And what I said is that the smoother the animations look, it probably means that the animations are bigger and they take longer, so they're less responsive, which means they don't dribble more like live. And I called that, and apparently that's the reality. That even though the gameplay might look a lot smoother, that's just because the animations that they're playing with are bigger, and that means it's less responsive, and you get stuck in those animations. You can't combo up and be glitchy. And just because you don't want to get glitchy, it's going to mean that you're not going to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, because you're going to be stuck in certain animations. The only other thing is post scorers look really OP. I seen this video of, I think it was Solo or Double H playing with Vic, and pretty much if he was in the post, he had 7'4" Wembanyama, there was no contest on any shot. You know what I'm saying? It was open. And I think a lot of people are going to come into 2K24 with the same mindset they did in 2K23, which is that you do not need big centers, and then the big centers are just going to be chucking up shots over everyone and just be getting easy dunks, easy lays, easy boards. But yeah, man, I can't wait for the builders to come out tomorrow. We want to see what things are looking like, but we really won't know anything. I won't be able to get my hands on the game until it comes out. And trust me, I'll be in the builder grinding, trying to find the best builds. And when 2K24 comes out, man, the grind is going crazy. The only problem for me is going to be trying to balance how much 2K I play versus how much I'm trying to grind out videos. Because I really want to grind out videos, but I only have a limited amount of time. So do I sacrifice not playing to try and make build videos and things of that nature? Or do I make less videos and try play to get some more gameplay? Who knows? But either way, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like, subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, and I'm out. See ya.